it takes a lot of work. And I've got several things you can do to work on this stuff. So one thing that I do in my warm-up every day is Arnold Jacobs. It's not really a warm-up, it's more of an exercise. And it's in Charlie Vernon's book too. Okay, and I'll stop there. I do those starting on pedal B flat, go up an octave, then go up another octave, and then I come down an octave, come down an octave, come down an octave, and do another octave down. So I'll just do it really fast. So that's really fast. Don't do them that fast. I mean, you can, but the whole point is to make them really slow and smeary. There's no articulations except for the beginning of each phrase. And that just really unifies at least every octave of that. So you're playing every octave of those B flats and everything in between the same. Especially the lower ones are really difficult to nail that down on. And if you want to get really into the whole facility thing, you can keep the mouthpiece on the face and just breathe in through your nose on in between each one, because I take a breath in between each. And that should be done at like 60 for the quarter notes, so really, really slow. And of course, when you get really low, that becomes impossible, but try and keep it together. Another one from Vernon, Charlie Vernon, his book it's on the same page or like the next page. Can't remember, but it's basically just up through the partials and down through the partials, articulated and slurred. B flat's a little. And those, when I first started those were nearly impossible. I think I started those like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. And I could not even play through one of those articulated. The hardest thing I'd ever done until that point. But really, they're not that hard. And once you get used to it, it really opens up your facility. That's one of the biggest things for me that I've done ever in my practicing. And you can flip those around and start them from the top. A little bit harder. Didn't nail a B flat right at the beginning. And of course, I do these through almost all my positions. I do the Jacobs one, the one I did before this. I do that all the way down to G flat. I usually don't do it on F. I don't know why. Just a personal preference. Plus, they take forever. Doing the whole sequence down to G flat is probably like 10, 15 minutes of just playing Jacobs, which takes, that's a huge chunk of time. And they're pretty tiring if you just do them all in a row like that. And the Vernon exercise that I just did, I do that also down to G flat, and then I go down to F, so I go all the way down to first position. And I actually do the F ones not all in sixth or with a vowel down. I do them like so. Not perfect, but I try to play the F ones in the actual positions, just to remind myself what I'm doing. Because if you play them all in the same position every time, you kind of lose the facility aspect. Talked about both of those. Also, another Vernon is something I showed in my warm-up video from 2 years ago. The F Arpeggio scale. Denson Paul Pollard does these too. Whew. That's hard to do in one breath. That was basically not in one breath. The pedal off the end wasn't good. But that's just F major arpeggio, and you can change it and do minor on the way down. I don't, because I haven't really learned that yet. But it's just F arpeggio up and then back down, all in one breath, no articulations, just slurring it all together. And you can do that articulated too. I don't do that. And of course, that's really hard because you're going from pedal F, which is low, to super F, which is really high. I didn't really nail it. It's like more of a D, E-ish note. But, you know, it's... I think if you can really nail the high F, it's great. If not, then maybe just stop at the C. Go as high as you can. And that, of course, is really good for your facility. The Toby Oft slurs, he has a video on YouTube called Wicked Slurs number 5 or something like that. Just a moment, I got a drink. These are really good because they skip partials and they don't really stay within partials. It's more of a arpeggio thing, just open fifths. And you can watch his video, he's way better at them, but this is how they go. I had a little bit on the end, I go down to pedal F. And sometimes I add on the double pedal B flat, and I can't really do that in one breath. But he goes way faster than I do. And sometimes I do them faster, but they're not as good. That's really good because you have to skip octaves and then go down a fourth or a fifth, and then you go up another octave. So you're skipping lots of partials, especially the top. You're playing B flat to B flat. It's really difficult. Those were a disaster when I started those about a year ago. So another great thing for your facility. And I already brought this up, but play music. There's no better way to improve your facility than just playing music. Like the Sarabande, play solos. There's lots of stuff. Even simple Bordonis have lots of big leaps, like up to high Gs. Stuff like that. Play music, because you can play exercises all day with that, and that'll help prepare you, but it won't actually help you do the music in real life until you actually do the music. So play more solo stuff, play etudes. There's just tons of stuff out there. Play the music and it'll help you get better. Alright, see you, YouTube.